state softball championships get underway tonight in West Lafayette.
New Pal will get things started for the 3A state championship at Bittinger Stadium, and that's where Eli Gain joins us live to preview their matchup with Hanover Central. Hey, Eli.
Beautiful night for it.
Yeah, Dustin and Felicia, you couldn't have said it better yourself. It is absolutely perfect after a week that's been full of hot, humid type temperatures. This is where you want it to be, especially when you're holding a state championship. And in tonight's 3A state title is where things get started here at Bittinger Stadium between New Pal and Hanover Central. Two teams that are used to playing in this particular game. They're actually, in each of the last two seasons, both these teams have finished as the state runner-up. Hanover Central was a runner-up last year, New Pal runner-up the year before. So the seniors in particular have an idea of what they're getting themselves into when they take the diamond this evening. And during this time of the year, once the postseason starts, each team has its own little path of how they get here, whether it's in route fashion, whether they build a nice comfortable lead and just sit on it from there. But then there's those teams like New Pal who has had to fight and claw back and come from behind to get into this situation. So last week in semi-states, they had two comeback victories and able to put themselves into this moment. And I mentioned, despite the big stage and everything, even if you're used to it, it all comes down to one thing for these players. They played this game their entire lives up to this point. It's all about taking the small things that can eventually lead to the big things at the end.
You're in this big new place. Like, fields are bigger, everything's bigger, stadium's bigger, but just remembering that it's a small game, and we've done this a million times. You got to focus on the little things, because in stressful times like this, big hits are great, but it's also those little singles and just making routine plays that get you far.
Small ball can take you a long way, and for the Lady Dragons, looking for that first state championship since 2019. If they were to pull off a victory tonight, they'll join the New Pal football team as state champions for this season. Then coming up on Channel 13 at 5, we're going to hear from head coach Ed Markham. It's a good place for him to be right here. So he's obviously an alum of Purdue, played here, so he's excited, and a little extra layer for the excitement for him to get the opportunity to coach in this state championship game. He has 6 state titles already under his belt, but he still remains very humble. Again, more on that coming up on Channel 13 at 5, guys.
Awesome, and a great night ahead there in West Lafayette.
How much fun. Eli, thanks so much.